Welcome everyone to day 5 of Expedition Online Season 2.
Woo!
I'm Jonathan Dykes. With me in the commentator booth tonight, we have winner of Season 1, Jessica Martin. How you doing tonight, Jess?
Good. I am really excited to see how day 5 unfolds after that wild double crossroads.
Yeah, I left off with absolute madness as we had, like you said, the double crossroads where unfortunately we lost Jennifer and Jack. Both crazy crossroads in their own right. We had
I wouldn't have pegged either of them to be the vote.
No, going into it, it definitely didn't look that way. I mean, on Team Janet, we had Justin who had exemption, and he was feeling a little bit safe and was really trying to fight for his squad there. And unfortunately, Jennifer getting caught in the crossfires a bit, didn't she?
Yeah. You know, I thought she would have been the one person that they kept around. No one's going to vote for someone that didn't show up the first day at the end, but Justin made the fatal mistake of saying his number one, and...
Yeah, and after causing such a commotion, unfortunately, anyone linked to Justin was going to be a problem there.
Yep.
So we had that, and then right into Team Ethan, where it looked like things were going a little bit more formally, and then, bam, wouldn't you have it, 2 compasses dropped.
2!
And both correct plays, as Gideon would get the majority of the vote, Kyle getting the minority, and unfortunately on the second vote, Jack getting caught up in that one. 12 explorers left, 6 original Team Janet, 6 original Team Ethan, 6 on each party right now.
What the hell is going to happen next?
Right? I mean, all right. Well, without further ado, let's turn things over.
So that crossroads could not have gone better. As much as I wanted to get Kyle out, I had to work with the guy because we are only 4-3 up in the numbers. I can't give that up. So we keep Kyle around. We work with him. At the same time, though, we burned his compass. We burned Gideon's compass. We found out Gideon was at the bottom of the last alliance.
I said, I'm the only person who didn't vote Gabe. Gabe will go wherever I go. So I'm going to use that argument. Acts against the law, but it has been this whole game. So as long as I still have breath in this game, I'm going to be thinking of ways to get out of it. A great idle play on Kyle's part as well. And weirdly, the idle play worked, even though I put my vote towards Kyle. Because we got out somebody who's not even one of my numbers. Poetic justice that Jack screwed his own game over by blabbing his mouth to Kyle. Yeah, I voted for Kyle and Jack ended up going home. Who freaking cares? Jack's not a number. Jack's never been with me. I'm glad he's gone. He's a backstabber. It actually worked out. I actually like Kyle. I think Kyle might work with me in the future. What am I going to do? Over the next few days, I'm going to be looking for an idol with no clue. There was no clue room. I don't even know if the idol's been hidden yet, but I'm going to go look. Now, what's my play? I love Ryan to death. But I was planting those seeds that I was the only person who didn't vote Gabe.
Didn't expect both teams vote someone out, but I'm just happy that it wasn't me and that I survived this time, actually.
Like, I told to their face that I am not going to be working with you guys on this vote. Told it to their face, and they didn't target me. They didn't target Chantel. They target Gabe, of all people. Like, just blows my mind. Like, this dude had no reason to work with us, and yet they target.
There was a possibility where I was going to flip, but it was very small. I really wanted to see where everyone else's heads were at, and there was a possibility they were going to vote me out. So I also wanted to show, since the original Team Ethan was watching our crossroads, I wanted to show the younger boys that they don't have a reason to distrust me and that I will stick with the alliance.
Anyways, I rounded up the troops, and then they were like, okay, well, we need to get one more vote, and the person that we need to get one more vote from is Hannah. And as I've told you guys before, Hannah's the biggest wild card of life, but
Chantel's the only one that I trust. And now barely, after what she was saying at Crossroads about you should never trust one person.
What we got, Hannah was kind of on the outs, or something happened with her giving a road vote. Chantel called her chaos.
My man Justin knows how to play the game. I no longer am sure about alliances.
Now, What's my way out of this? I'm always thinking of a way out. How can I get out of this situation now that I'm on the bottom? Because, as I said, the Expedition Online gods are not with me this whole game. I've had the worst luck of anybody there, but I'm still here. This game's fun, and I'm going to keep on playing it till I'm out of the game. So,
today's challenge is called 8 on the Plate. The goal for this is for your whole tribe combined to get a total of 8 cards onto the plate. You'll pick a number 1 through 6, and Docs will call out each number. When it's your turn, when Docs calls your number, you will throw 1 card at a time, attempting to land a card almost onto the plate.
Welcome to the challenge, explorers. I hope you all enjoyed your day off yesterday. I did, and I hope you're ready to get right back into it. We had a double crossroads on the last gameplay where Team Ethan sat in on Team Janet's crossroads and saw that Jennifer was voted out of the game. Team Janet is seeing Team Ethan for the first time where Jack was voted out of the game. Today's challenge is called 8 on the Plate. Today we are playing for Crossroads. Tonight's Crossroads, we're not going to allow any advantages to be played. The losing party will go to Crossroads, where you will be voting somebody off your party. And the winning party will not be going to Crossroads. You will have the night off from My Ugly Face. Sound good? Let's get to the challenge. Let's get our first throws on.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Daniel misses and Garrett misses. So through one round, it's nothing. Our twos, we have Ryan for Team Ethan and Justin for Team Janet.
Oh, this pressure on one card.
Whenever you're ready, go.
Oh, the dog's
yes,
in
the
play.
dog is chasing the card. That was amazing. All right, looks like no points. Our threes, we have Kyle for Team Ethan, Jared for Team Janet. Whenever you're ready, throw. Kyle misses. Jared misses.
Cards, yeah, this is,
our
it will
fours,
be interesting today
we have
to see if they
Maddie
try,
for Team Ethan and
if they
Chantel
don't,
for
pending
Janet.
If they're in the majority or the minority.
Whenever you're ready, throw. Maddie misses.
Yeah, I'm not usually huge on throwing challenges.
And Chantel
This is one of
misses.
the rare
All right, fives. We
where
have
it could
Rob
make
and
sense,
Hannah. Go.
Depending on how you feel about your original party.
Yeah, everything's tied up right now, so
And
we
it
gotta
looks like
shift
they
the
both
numbers
missed.
somehow.
Our sixes, Gabe and
Original
Gideon.
tribes are
Go.
4-2 on both sides, with each former
And
party
they both
having an
missed.
advantage and a
All right, so
disadvantage.
after one full round, everybody's thrown. We have 0-0. Ones go. The ones misses. Twos go. Close, but nothing. Threes go.
I want to see the dog catch the card in midair. That's the goal.
Fours go.
Oh.
So far, 0-0. Fives
That one
go.
was close.
Real close there. Everyone having a rough
Nothing.
time getting.
Sixes go. Nothing. And if you guys want to unmute and chat, so it's not just
This
me,
does
that's
seem
fine,
like
as
a
long
tough
as you can hear me
challenge.
call. Ones go.
Yeah.
Close, but nothing.
'cause when-
Twos go.
I'm sure if they were throwing the cards more, like, kind of quicker, they would hit them. But because they're only
We
throwing
got a
one at a time.
Justin on a delay, but they both missed. Threes go.
Throwing a card is definitely different than throwing a ping pong ball, that's for sure.
I mean, a little
Fours
bit of luck
go.
goes along with it. I mean, obviously you got to throw it at the right distance.
We got a point. Chantel has scored for Team Janet.
Chantel.
Let's go.
With the
1-0
Raptor
Team
jersey.
Janet. Fives go.
Yeah, she found her inner Kawhi. And
Nothing. Sixes go.
Chantel came to play today.
Absolutely.
No points for the sixes. All right, so it's 1 point for Janet. No points for Ethan. We're back to the ones again.
The way that it's going,
Ones
that
go.
1 point could hold up. I mean, what they get 8
Yeah.
tosses?
Nothing.
I don't
Twos go.
see this being a high final point challenge.
No, not at all.
Can we get a ruling on Justin
it
there?
looks like Justin got one.
It went in and the dog went after it immediately. I'm gonna put him in the crate now, but let me know if that counted.
Docs, this is what you've been waiting for.
Justin?
Jess, did you see that?
It looked like he hit it to me.
I did see it go on.
Okay, so
It
Team
does
Janet
look like
has
it's
its
on his
second
plate.
point of the game.
Let's do it.
I'm just giddy about the dog, to be honest. All right, threes, go.
No one's sadder to see the dog go in the crate than dogs, that's for sure.
Close, but nothing.
But probably
Fours,
the rest of
go.
the competition. Won't take too long.
No points there. Fives, go.
What if the dog was the good luck charm and now they don't hit
Nothing
any
there.
after?
Sixes,
Right.
go.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like after 3 rounds, it's 2 points for Janet, no points for Ethan. Let's go ones.
They're all so silent right now. I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Twos.
No, everyone. Looks like everyone's taking it serious. So like, I can't really see anyone
Threes.
who's really throwing their card just off to the side or anything.
Fours.
Fighting for their lives because you never know what's going to happen in the game of Expedition.
Right? I mean, you don't want to be at the crossroads, especially.
Fives.
Crazy twists can happen. And Docs made that big speech.
Sixes.
It's not too often that Docs goes out of his way to say what you're playing for.
All right, through
I hope
5
you're paying
rounds.
attention to that.
It's still 2 Janet, Ethan nothing. Let's go with the ones.
Through 5 rounds, we still only have 2 points.
Twos.
So when they were practicing, they were all doing like a rapid fire. So this one at a time is definitely getting to people. Looks like we got thumbs up there. Yeah.
Looks like Ryan has scored
Ryan has scored a point.
Let's go, Ryan!
for Team Ethan.
That'll be
Heck it.
There we go.
Boy,
Team
Ryan.
Ethan on the board.
All right.
All right, so it's 2-1 Janet. Fives go.
Miss.
Oh, Hannah was
Hannah.
close.
I think
Did she
hit
get it, or-
Yeah,
And
she's
Hannah,
on the plate.
did that one stick? It's hard for me to see.
Oh, just bringing up the
Well,
plate.
she's gonna bring the plate to me. There you go.
Oh.
All right, so Hannah scores for Janet. So through 6 rounds, it's 3-1 Janet over Ethan. Twos, go. There's a score
Oh,
for
Ryan hit
Ryan.
another one.
Let's go, Ryan!
Ryan does not
job,
want to
Ryan.
go to Crossroads
And
because
Justin, they
there's a
both got a
strong
score.
chance it
Way to
could
go,
be
Ryan.
his night tonight.
Yeah, really fighting for his life.
This man is always clutch, bro.
Minorities.
All right, so it looks like it's 4-2 after 7 rounds. All right, ones, go.
Oh.
Oh,
Garrett's
there's
got
a point for Garrett. Team Janet now has
Janet
5 points.
Just killing it.
Yeah. Janet's really
Twos,
running
go.
away with it.
Threes, go.
See if Kyle can get one. Kyle's on the board.
All right, Kyle's on the board for Team
Kyle.
Ethan.
Let's go, Kyle! Good job!
Bring him a little close.
All right, fives, go.
Look at that outfit. Those white dad socks just
like
dancing
Hannah
over
just
there.
scored.
Yeah, I was about to say. Garrett's having
Team Janet
a
now
handle
has
time
6
over
points. They're 2 away from taking this. It's 6 for Janet, 3 for Ethan.
there. All right, team.
Ones,
Let's
go
get
ahead and
going
go.
here. Play like your life's on the
Oh, let's
line.
go.
Oh,
Garrett
Garrett
just
There,
got
with another one. Team Janet
Ooh.
is up to 7. 1 more, and they win the challenge. Twos, go.
Oh, it's gonna take an epic performance now from Team Ethan.
Yeah.
To get back in.
Unless a miracle
Threes, go.
happens, Ethan is going to Crossroads tonight.
It's looking that way.
All right, after I think 9 rounds, it's 7 for Janet, 3 for Ethan. It's not over yet. Threes.
Do you think that the majority members on Team Ethan are
Fours.
just not trying right now because they don't care?
Five.
I mean,
This-
it is possible, right? I mean, they are as strong for
Sixes.
the former Team Janet there.
That's on.
Gideon
I got it.
has proven to be a strong
Gideon
player.
scores for Ethan. That's
already
4
tried to get
points
him
for
on the line.
Ethan.
it is interesting.
Let's go, Gideon.
The only players that have scored
All right,
on
after
Ethan are the 2
10
in the
rounds,
minority.
we have 7 for Janet and
Well, Kyle
4
got
for
one.
Ethan.
Kyle got
Coincidence?
Ones, go.
one. Yeah.
Fives, go.
Oh, looks like
We have Team Janet. Hannah just hit her shot. That is the 8th point for Janet.
And done.
Janet wins the challenge.
Good job, Hannah!
Right?
Good job!
The basketball
Nice
jerseys are
job.
fuego tonight.
Yeah.
Good job,
They
Team
really seem
Ethan.
to
That sucks.
come through as both ladies wearing the jerseys for points.
They,
All right, so Team
they suited
Janet.
up to play tonight.
Right?
Team Janet has
Dress
won the
apart.
challenge, so I will not see you again tonight. Team Ethan, we're gonna give you an hour to strategize, and then I'm gonna see you back in Crossroads where you're gonna vote somebody off your party.
Well, looks like we got a bunch of rooms for 2 people. Nothing else. Just weird.
All gonna be one-on-ones tonight.
I could just talk right now.
World's biggest game of telephone.
Yeah.
Ugh. Kyle, can I talk to you by the fire?
Sure.
If we merge tomorrow, which is very likely because last season they've already merged by now, so we know it's coming up. I think you guys should keep me because I can be the one that can switch Gabe over. He voted off Gabe. He's gonna go with them. He's gonna be in their alliance if we switch and we merge. I'm not a number for them personally. It's personal for me. I want to take out Chantel and all that group and the group that Chantel's controlling. I know the tribe dynamic, and I know I love Ryan to death, but he voted Gabe out. I didn't. I mean, I can switch Gabe our way, and we can have the numbers.
I'm definitely down for that. Like I said, like nothing personal, just the way the votes went last time. It was just. I'm
actually happy that Jack's gone and screwed himself over. You know.
Well, like I said, to be honest with you, and like I said, I wasn't lying. I didn't want to vote you out, but we were worried that Jack actually had the compass. So that's why I kind of thrown shade. I was throwing shade at him to make it seem like we're voting him. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, we couldn't risk voting for him, and then he plays the compass, and it just happened that you had it, so it kind of went down that way.
I was trying, I was trying last night to, and I was honest. I told you, I threw out your name. I'm glad that I said it at Tribal because I'm glad you played it. And I'm glad you're still here. But yeah, I mean, Jack. I asked Jack, and I went into the room with him, and I was like, "Well, are we sticking together or not?" And he was like, "I guess we have to." And I was like, "What's a name?" I was like, "What name are we going for?" He was like, I mean, we can throw it on Kyle, I guess." And I was like, "Okay, as long as you stick to the plan, I guess so." So I mean, I didn't even throw your name out, first of all, but I'm glad that he told you that I did because that made you play it. But yeah, I just it's personal for me. I don't like the other tribe, and Ryan's a number for them, and I can swing Gabe. Ryan voted out Gabe. He won't be able to swing towards y'all, and we know it's a numbers game. So
well then.
All right, then there were 4.
Ryan, I was very serious about playing the game with this 6, including you and Gideon and everything. Like I definitely wasn't just blowing smoke about wanting to be original Team Janet.
Yeah, and same here.
I would totally be down to join you guys and work together. I fight really hard, as you can tell, for the team.
Yeah,
and I will continue to try as hard as I can. For us.
It's 3 seconds to chat, and then I promise we'll get back with you.
Sure, I can go to the well.
Okay.
So here's my thing. I mean, this is my final 3 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
So I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm down to do. I could easily vote Ryan.
Oh God, that scared the shit out of me.
So I could easily vote Ryan. I could easily vote Gideon. I mean, if one of you felt strong, I could probably be convinced to write down Kyle's name, but I don't know if we need to get crazy and do anything like that.
He just wanted to tell me first because he voted for me last time. Okay. He's saying that he's going to write down Ryan's name because with no advantages being played, he's like, it's him or Ryan. So he's like, I'm writing Ryan. So he's like, that's already 1 vote if you guys want to go that way too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I kind of like Gideon. And I feel like he has less connections over there. So it's, I don't know. I can go either way. I think in the long run, Gideon's better to keep, but I'm down for whatever you guys want to do. I want to stick to the 4 and make sure the 4 of us move forward.
So the only reason that we were thinking Gideon, I threw his name out there because we'd already gotten the 5 votes on him yesterday or 2 days ago, and his compass saved him, and so it's already out there. But also on the revote, the vote afterwards, Ryan voted for Jack with all of us.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he voted for Gideon the first time around too. And so that to me spoke a bit about, the loyalty and the willingness that Ryan was willing to make early on. And I don't just get the same sense of loyalty from Gideon. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't give him like full loyalty.
Yeah.
For me, it's more the lack of loyalty to his old tribe mates. That's more what I'm looking at.
So it's funny. That's actually the exact same conversation we were having. So it's good to know we're on similar wavelengths. I think I would personally probably keep Gideon as the number if it was 100% up to me. But at the same time, I think Maddie and Rob both slightly lean toward wanting to keep Ryan around, and I definitely don't feel like super strongly about it. So I mean, if you want to go in and say, hey, let's vote out Ryan instead of Gideon, I'll back you on that. But I don't know if like I feel strongly enough to really try to like sway them.
I'm just happy the fact that there's no advantages in it, so we don't have to worry about some trickery.
Yeah,
so it's it's really just what do you think is going to benefit us in the long run? And like I said, both are good, right? Like it just depends on what we think the next challenge is going to be and when they're going to rendezvous and who's going to stick with who.
Right. And I mean, obviously, if we don't rendezvous and we lose again, we just vote off the other ones. Because to me, the important thing is that when we get to the rendezvous, at least me, you, Maddie, Rob are all there to go meet up again with Justin and Jared and be good that way. Based on what we saw last night, I can't imagine Justin or Jared is super excited to like hang out with their new tribe. So I do think they'll come back.
It's crazy. I'm not really feeling very comfortable any longer. I really wanted to be with Maddie and Daniel and Kyle, and they're all in the other tribe, and now they're gonna have an opportunity to get closer while I'm stuck over here. And now I'm concerned that when we get to the merge, they're not going to trust me. So there's a lot of moving pieces.
All control that I could have in this group is gone. I don't see a reason that these 4 Ethans are going to turn on each other next time. So for me, it was use this opportunity when I am immune and do everything I can to try and get one of these Ethans to flip.
I've blown up Justin's game. Justin seems like he's like, I got nothing now because of what you did, so I guess I'm working with you. Like, what? What? This man? I blew up his game. He's like, I guess I have to work with you because I don't think I can come crawling back to them. Just so crazy.
If our original team Janet is still going to stay strong over there, we have the numbers, right? Because then it would be 6-5.
Yeah, it occurred to me that and I was serious about like wanting you, Rob, me as a final 3, but like we had never actually the 3 of us gotten a chance to talk, so it was kind of like
I know. We kind of had to. Yeah, I think I've told you that Kyle like asked me to be like part of his alliance, right?
Yeah.
I feel like way more comfortable with you two just from like, I don't know, a loyalty standpoint.
Okay.
But I kind of want to like keep that relationship up just to know what's going on. And also like, okay, so between Gideon and Ryan, this is like my only like pros cons kind of thing is that Gideon really doesn't seem to have anyone on the other side.
Yeah.
But what concerns me about Gideon is that he found that compass without even like a clue.
Yeah.
Like he's like really, I feel like he's a little bit more hard to read. Like I can tell what Ryan's thinking, but I can't tell what Gideon's thinking.
How confident do you feel that at a rendezvous, Ryan would stick with us rather than going back to like original Team Ethan?
I'm not like super confident. I don't know. I just think Gideon's such a wild card. That's why I'm scared about like bringing him into the loop.
Yeah, I don't know what he'd do, but he just like seems to hate them so much. Like I don't think I want to like be super tight with him. But would I give him one more day? Sure.
Yeah, and Ryan also like gave us literally all of that information without being prompted. Like he just was like, yeah, here's what's going on. on the other side. So
that is good to know. I'm comfortable with keeping Ryan, but a big part of it, we're gonna have to see what Kyle has to say. And Kyle, I mean, is really keeping me at an arm's length, which kind of is what it is. But I'm guessing that will ultimately, like, if you could check in with him at some point and then
I will
like see what he thinks. But like, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care that much if Kyle like thinks I'm his super BFF, as long as like you and Rob are closer to me, which I think is the case. So
yeah.
Right, like even if Kyle decides to go with Gideon and Ryan, I don't see how he gets any of me, you, or Rob to join that.
Right.
And I don't think Kyle's about to draw rocks to save Gideon.
So
I was a little surprised to hear Daniel kind of throw Kyle's name out as a potential option today. Like, I agree at some point, you know, we are going to have to cut Kyle. But I was surprised to hear that as an option so soon.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that today.
Right. I also worry that if we do it pre-merge, that's going to signal to Justin and Jared, original
that
Dan
things
is
are
dead.
not okay.
Right. And so it's like, and also, you know, I don't like Kyle, but he's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like fight for him the way that I would fight for like you or Daniel.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think it depends on when our rendezvous happens, because if that happens, scenario tomorrow night we lose the challenge. Okay, say that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we vote for? Is it going to be Ryan or Kyle? Because
I would rather work with Ryan than Kyle.
My inexperience or perceived inexperience is really helping me. So I'm trying to maintain that front. I want to be as unnoticeable as I can and then come in for the kill. That's why I started positioning the camera to look down on me, so I don't look intimidating. I also constantly bring up the fact that I've only watched one season of Survivor, because I really think that helps people not view me as a threat. That I proved a lot of loyalty last night by voting with you guys in both votes. Gideon was the only one who voted against, and he voted for you, Maddie. So that was interesting.
I know, yeah.
I voted for
between you and I, Ryan, I'm trying to gun for Gideon tonight because, one, that vote made me feel kind of uncomfortable. I feel more comfortable from my perspective, and I'm being honest with you, getting out Gideon tonight and moving forward as a group, because it would just make me feel safer in the game. So you don't need to make a extended case, because your case has already been made. Also, I just really like you and want to keep working with you. So he continues in the game. He'll keep finding these advantages without clues. Like, this is who he is. He's going to scour the internet and find them. So
yeah, he literally told me that he stayed up till 4 a.m. every single day looking for a compass. And I can't even begin to do that because I don't understand the clue at all.
How are you feeling tonight?
You know, I understand. I put my vote towards Ryan. It's just how it goes. We already told each other we're voting for each other, even though, you know, obviously I love Ryan. He's a great guy. And I told, I rested my case to Kyle. I'll say the same thing to you. Yeah. If we merge, which is coming soon, then Ryan's a number for them, not y'all. And he'll vote. He voted against Gabe. I'm the only one that didn't vote Gabe, and I'm the only person that can swing Gabe. I think the smart vote's to vote Ryan.
I also told Rob and Maddie about the possibility of Jack or Gideon having a compass, and that was actually true. Also, I'm not really a backstabber. I can't do that because I've only watched one season of Survivor. Gideon told me that he stays up till 4 a.m. every day searching for compasses. So if there's anyone to watch out for who might have an advantage, it's him. And this is the one chance where an advantage can't be played.
I got no tricks up my sleeve, no compass, no nothing.
No one has any tricks tonight. Yeah, we are all.
It's no tricks. I've been honest. I'm gonna keep being honest. I put it on Ryan. I'm telling Ryan I'm putting it on Ryan. I think it's the smart move to go for Ryan just because he's a number for them, and for me, it's strictly personal.
What else? I think he talked about how he was at the bottom, but I was also at the bottom. Gabe was one of my closest friends. We bonded a lot because we're both Southeast Asian. He's Filipino and I'm Vietnamese. So we talked about like our traditions, growing up, childhood. Philippines and Vietnam have very similar cultures. So we talked about like favorite foods. I don't know if you know balut, but it's like fermented duck egg. They eat it in Philippines, but they also eat it in Vietnam. So we both brought like a balut egg into school and like shocked people. So if it ever comes down to the point where we need to get Gabe onto our side, I definitely have the means to convince him.
I didn't vote against Gabe. I was left out of the vote. I was left out of a lot of votes, honestly. And I know how the tribe dynamics are working there. I know that Chantel's leading the whole thing. Nothing would make me happier than to outlast her and see her go home. It's strictly personal, I promise. And but going into the rendezvous, a great thing for y'all would be somebody pulling Gabe over. I'm the only one who can do that. Ryan voted against him. I don't know how he could pull him over and be like, "Oh, you'll be safe with me," even though I cut your throat last time and got you voted out of the game. But I can be like, "Dude, I stuck with you. I'm the only person you can trust in this game. Like, come over here. I promise. It's a lot nicer, and we can take out the people that stabbed us in the back." Like I said, it's personal.
At any point, did any name other than Gideon or Ryan come up?
No.
Okay, so the pitch that they're making is one another, not like try to pull some of us over to vote, to like try to vote one of our own.
No, neither of them said that to me.
Okay.
Did they say something to you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm paranoid.
I just talked. Gideon gave me his pitch. It was really good. So then I had to talk to Ryan afterwards to like be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I'm feeling great about voting out Gideon. So
okay,
not great, but better than.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I'm happy to. If that's what you guys want, then it's fine with me.
Are you like more in the camp of wanting to vote out Ryan?
If it were 100% up to me, that's what we do.
Okay.
I just like Gideon has nothing over there. Like he's not like, so Gideon claims, and he could be wrong, but he claims that Ryan was tight with Hannah and Chantel.
Ryan told me he was only tight with Gabe, and that Gabe and he could get Gabe on our numbers.
Well, and here's the problem: is they're both going to say exactly that thing, right? Like Gideon's going to say he has more connections. Ryan's going to say he has none. Like, who knows what's true?
Ugh, I don't know. I just feel like Gideon is so like schemy.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I already talked to Ryan and was like, "I really like you and like want to work with you."
I know, so did
I want you to be a number for us, and I'm like, well, now I feel like shit. If I like, I mean, I know it's not like the end of the world, but
Hi. Hey.
What's going on, guys?
We're just telling each other that we love each other before one of us goes home.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, sorry to break up this love fest.
All right, welcome to Crossroads, Team Ethan. You guys lost the challenge today, 8 on the plate. But before we talk about today, I really want to start off talking about the last Crossroads. We had 2 compasses played, 0 votes counted. Congrats to Kyle and Gideon for properly playing their compasses. It was an epic Crossroads, an epic vote. Yeah, Gideon, you took 5 votes on that. All of them nullified. You would have gone home if you didn't properly play the compass. How do you recover from that? What was it like when you got back to camp?
Well, I've said this a lot. It's good to finally be on a mature tribe. They congratulated me. They're like, good play. And honestly, we were pretty pleased with how it turned out. I know I was. I'm glad that Kyle didn't go home. I'm actually glad that a snake was finally taken out of the game. Jack, it was poetic justice, Jack going home, because he told Kyle a plan that he told me, because Jack literally told me the name Kyle, and I was like, if you go Kyle, I guess I'll go Kyle. And then Jack tells Kyle, hey, Gideon's going to put the vote on you, and they're planning on, they want to go 3 strong, and then ended up going home because you told Kyle that. That's amazing. And karma. And it was good seeing that happen. I'm pleased with how it turned out. So, and I think the tribe was too. That it's a group of 6 that we really like.
Ryan, do you feel the same way? Do you feel like it's a group of 6 now, or do you feel like there's still original party lines dividing?
Of course, there is a very strong bond between the original Janet team, but I think, at least based on my conversations with them, they're very reasonable and logical and open-minded people. So they definitely could incorporate one more in the fold and be completely okay with that, at least based on what I think.
Kyle, on the flip side of Gideon, it seemed like you were with the numbers, you voted with the numbers, but you still had to play a compass to stay alive in the game. What was it like using a compass on day 4?
I obviously didn't necessarily want to play it that early in the game, but I knew by kind of throwing some shade at Jack, I actually thought that he might have had the compass, so I was kind of hoping he'd play it on himself and waste it. But yeah, it ended up Gideon played it, so once he played his, I knew because they had told me they were coming my way, I had no choice but to play it, so that was a fairly straightforward save for myself. So it wasn't too bad.
Maddie, I'm trying to get a sense of the party dynamic. Would you perhaps agree with Ryan that this is a new party, or do you still feel like everybody's playing the game from day one?
I think we all still have some really good connections from day one, but right now we really have to be thinking about whether or not our parties are going to be combined this week, and that comes into play in this a lot. We have to think about who we want is on our side and who we feel like we can trust. So yes, there are still some relationships lingering from the early days, but we need to be looking forward and seeing who we want to work with in the future.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting observation. Daniel, how much of tonight's vote also goes into trying to predict the unpredictable?
I'd say that's 99% of the vote. Like the way it generally breaks down is we got the 6 of us here, which will unfortunately become 5, and then so you look across the table and you see who might be able to come over. The people with the strong arguments are Justin and Jared, who have bonds with the other original Janets over here, and then you have Gabe, who's already been voted out by them, and who, Gideon and or Ryan might be able to sway. So we need to start taking into consideration, okay, not just what gets me to tomorrow, but what gets me further than that.
Do you guys feel like anybody is emerging as the leader on this party? Anybody's welcome to answer, or I'll just ask Daniel.
I'll say it because I know they probably don't want to say it and kind of make themselves a target. Just because we actually did touch on this back at camp, I have spoken to everyone. Like, I guess just because my fatherly role, I kind of give some pointers and stuff. If I see something, or if I have knowledge on something, I definitely want to share that with my team members so we can do better. And I know that could put a target on my back, but at the same time too, I would feel worse if I knew you were doing something a certain way and you could be performing better and I didn't tell you and we lost because of that. I'd rather have the target on my back and we have a better chance of winning than just sitting in the back not doing anything and then we just lose every challenge. So I feel like some people see me as a leader, even though, like I said, I don't necessarily take that rule, and I've told people, I'm like, you don't have to take my advice or anything. I'm just giving you the knowledge of the things that I know. And when it's something that I don't know, I'll definitely keep my mouth shut and I will take advice just as well.
Yeah, I mean, like Kyle's saying, to some degree he's emerged as a leader, but I've never felt like really pressured into anything. And, you know, I think a lot of his leadership is in terms of, like he said, just kind of being the group fatherly figure, but also just like helping with challenge performance and that kind of thing. Like I've never found Kyle bossy when talking about the vote or anything like that.
Rob, was there any talk back at camp about advantages?
The only talk about, back at camp about advantages was the use of the 2 compasses from last Crossroads, which is still kind of a big moment in my head. But also, I believe that you had said previously that there are no advantages that are eligible to be used at tonight's Crossroads. And so I think that that message, if true, preempts a lot of the potential concern of advantages coming out to play.
So what you're saying is you were listening to the words I chose to use tonight.
I always listen to you, Docs.
All right, fair enough. Anybody feel like they didn't have the opportunity to talk to somebody else? If not, now's your chance. Pitch them whatever you want.
I mean, I don't think we got a chance to pitch to the whole group, but I think it was individual. Obviously it's either me and Ryan going home, and I think we all talked to each other individually, and even me and Ryan had a chance to talk to each other and just say, love you, bro, but it's me or you. This is how it is.
You feel the same way, Ryan?
I do. I think that even if I'm the one sent home tonight, we both gave it our all. We played our hearts out, and honestly, in the end, that's what matters. I believe in competition, but only in conjunction with good sportsmanship. So, yes, whether or not it's me, whether it's Gideon or me who goes home, I'm okay either way. And yeah, a lot of respect for everyone here.
Yeah.
All right, this is a question for 4 of you, because Gideon and Ryan have already said that they feel like they might be on the block. Just to show of hands, the other 4. Are any of you 4 nervous?
They shouldn't be. They really shouldn't be.
Okay, Rob feels nervous. Do you want to touch on that, Rob?
I'm always nervous when I have to go be at Crossroads. As much as we think that numbers are everything, and as much as you said advantages can't be played, you never know what to expect in a game like this. And so maybe it's just my general anxiety coming out to play, but I'm always nervous when I'm in this seat.
All right, well, since it seems like it might be Rob, Gideon, and Ryan, I'll let Gideon pitch. What's your pitch tonight to the group?
Oh, man. Okay, Rob, bro, you got no reason. It's either me or Ryan, dude. I love you to death, Rob. Calm down for me. Take a deep breath, okay? You're going to be okay. Me and Ryan, we're voting for each other. Nobody's throwing votes your way. I got nothing up my sleeve. I got no compass I can find today. It's done. I pitched this to everybody. I'll pitch this in front of Ryan just because that way Ryan can understand what I've been pitching, and I'd like to hear what he's been saying too. But it's a numbers game. Expedition Online, it's a numbers game. If we go into the eventual rendezvous, I'm the person who can flip Gabe over. Unfortunately, Ryan was the person who did vote out Gabe. He worked with the tribe to vote them out. I wasn't. I was left out of the group. I wasn't a part of that vote. I'm the person who did not do Gabe wrong. Why would Gabe work with somebody who voted him off? That makes no sense. Like I said, I don't want to work with people who left me on the outs. Why does he want to work with people who left him on the outs? You guys are good people. You guys are good people to work with. And y'all have me. If y'all let me go through, I'm the person who didn't vote him off. That's a safe bet. And it's a logical bet. In order to pull Gabe over from their tribe, obviously from watching, he's on the bottom. Once they don't need him, they'll cut his throat. I'll point it out to him. It's the logical vote in my opinion to go Ryan, because Ryan is with them. He voted with them. He has ties over there. I don't. They're dead to me. It's strictly personal. I don't like them. I want to see them gone. That's been my pitch.
I would say that you had that well prepared. Ryan, do you have a well prepared pitch, or do you just want to go from the heart here?
I will speak honestly. I don't really have much rehearsed because I think that's deceitful. A lot of what he says is not necessarily true at all. Out of everyone in the tribe, I believe it was me who has had the most one-on-one conversations with Gabe, and I have been telling everyone that. Even after he was brought back on, I went into a 1v1 room and I apologized to him. Like, I was like, so sorry. Everyone was that was just a name brought out there, so I wanted to be unanimous, unity. I was on the outside. I was not a strong part of the alliance, but I would say that the best proof of loyalty is by example. And there's one person in this room that has tried to make moves against both Maddie and make moves against Kyle, and that person is not me. I was not the one who proposed the 3-strong vote, unlike the other person here, against Kyle. I was not the one who voted for Maddie. I have never voted out of line with you guys. If you think about it
other than for
strategically,
Kyle, you did vote for Kyle.
Expedition Online is you have to evaluate. Everyone is your opponent, and Gideon is a guy who stays up till 4 a.m. every single night searching for compasses, whereas I'm here sitting with 1 season of Survivor under my belt. So take that as you will. You can interpret that however you want. But I think that in terms of threat, I am not much of a threat at all compared to the other person on the chopping block.
Well, you can say my name, Ryan. I love you, buddy. But I mean, we're not talking about threats. We're talking about loyalty. I mean, let the vote speak. Yeah, you voted with them. You voted with them to get out Gabe. Everybody apologized to Gabe, except I wasn't allowed to talk to him because they had the tribe on lockdown, because they know that I was the person who stuck with Gabe and who knows Gabe the best and who voted with him. Let the votes do the talking, Ryan. Why don't you let the votes do the talking? You voted with them.
Okay, if you want the votes to do the talking, then why did you vote Maddie? Why did you propose a 3-strong vote against Kyle? These are the people we're working with, and you voted against them.
Because I thought that was the person that would be most likely that somebody else would vote. I didn't know who you are going to put the votes on. I just tried to throw a shot in the dark.
Also, you tried to get Jack under on your side. You were aligning with him so hard, and then the moment he's voted off, you're like, oh, he's a backstabber, he was an asshole. That shows how quickly you can flip, and I think that's very dangerous.
I didn't flip. Jack proposed Kyle's name, and I said, if we're going to stay 3 strong, then I suppose we'll go 3 strong. I wasn't even the one that threw out Kyle's name. You're just saying it so you can put my name on the block and elevate my threat level. I never even said that. You're the one that was going along with the vote, and so did I. I asked Jack what the name was. He said Kyle. I said, well, I guess if we're going 3 strong, we're going 3 strong. He didn't go with me and you, who did stay together, on Kyle. You voted for Kyle. So did I. I mean, let's not act like we didn't vote for somebody that wasn't in the 4.
I never had the chance to talk with Jack, but you did. So you were the one who had the 3 of us together and tried to get out Kyle. And the moment Jack is gone, you start talking so badly about him, which was kind of disgusting in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's disgusting that you worked with him. I mean, I didn't get to work with him. I mean, I was the one that was left out of the vote. Why don't you let the votes do the talking? You voted with them. You're with them. You worked with Chantel and you worked with Hannah, and then you got with Jack and Garrett's group that we know was a group, and you worked with him to get out Gabe, your friend, out of the game. And I wasn't included. I was on the outs. You know that.
I did not work with them. I did not work with them. They did not include me in the group. If they did, then I would still be allied with them, and I wouldn't be giving all the insider knowledge about how the power dynamics were going on in the other tribe, which I have told to Maddie, to Rob, everyone here. I've told them about who's on top in the other tribe. I would not be saying that if I was genuinely connected with them. So if you think you are, because Gabe's name was brought up in a public conversation, and that wasn't a one-on-one with me. It wasn't like, oh, we want you in the ally. They just said, oh, we're gonna be voting Gabe tonight, and I said, okay, I'll just put that name too. It wasn't like, oh, you're one of us. But Gabe and I have talked so much, and if you truly think that you are connected with him, please tell me what you guys have talked about.
I haven't been able to talk to him since he was voted out because I've been on lockdown, unlike the other 6 that were a part of the group. You, Chantel, Hannah, Jack, Garrett. Sorry, that's 5. I can't do math. So, I mean, you guys have talked. I haven't been able to talk to Gabe since then. I haven't been able to make a fake apology like you have. I mean, you were able to apologize. I wasn't. I mean, they had the tribe on lockdown. I couldn't do that because I was left out of the vote, because I was on the bottom. You didn't have that luxury.
So if you say that you didn't have the chance to talk with Gabe at all after he got back on, why do you feel like you're the most connected with him? I actually did get to talk with him, and I have talked with him so many times in 1v1 rooms. Please tell me why you think you are connected with Gabe.
Because my knife doesn't have his blood on it. You put the knife in his back. I didn't. I stayed with him. My vote did the talking. I wanted to work with Gabe. You didn't. That's why you voted him out of the game.
I gave him an explanation why, and he accepted it. If you guys don't know Gabe, he is one of the most chill, most understanding, and most sportsmanship-y person ever in the game. And we genuinely have a connection, a bond. We love each other's charities, we love each other's stories. And I don't think that Gabe would side with Gideon for that one moment.
Why would he go with you when you stabbed him in the back? I'm genuinely curious.
I told him actually that I was that his name was on the chopping board. And I told him that it was probably Hannah who voted for him in the first day. So I have been very well connected with him. It wasn't like I voted without him knowing.
So he knew that you voted him out. Why would he want to work with you?
Because I have been honest.
No, you haven't. I mean, if you were honest, then you wouldn't have voted him out. You would have stuck with the group that we supposedly had. I mean, you lied straight to my face. You lied straight to Gabe's face. I mean, just because you said you're sorry, don't mean he's going to accept it. Of course, he has to say it as a formality.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump in here before we just have the same talk in circles. I feel like you both have done a very good job pitching your case, and I believe that everybody knows where you stand. In the spirit of fairness, Rob, would you like to make a pitch now?
After that, I'm a lot less nervous.
As you should be.
All right. Well, that's a very fair statement. Would anybody like to add anything else before we vote? All right.
If I'm the one voting right, I completely understand, guys, and honestly, so much respect to you guys for playing so well and for being such great people in spite of such a high stakes game. You all are such awesome individuals. So if I'm voted off, just keep going and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I'd like not to go home, as much as it's been a rough time here. I completely understand if it is, and if it's me, it's a game. I love you guys, and I even love you, Ryan, even though we just had a little cat fight there. But I still love you, buddy. And I've pitched a logic vote. I just hope y'all vote logically. Love you guys.
All right. At this time, we're going to go to vote. Okay. This is normally the time when I say if you have a hidden advantage that you would like to play, now is the time to do so. However, you did hear me correctly when I said earlier, no advantages will be played tonight. If you were also hanging on my words earlier, I said you were voting somebody off of your party, but not out of the game. So the person who receives the most votes tonight will join Team Janet right after this vote. Our first vote is for Gideon. Our second vote is for Ryan. Our third vote is for Gideon. Our fourth vote is for Gideon. That's 3 votes Gideon, 1 vote Ryan. Our fifth vote is for Gideon. That's 4 votes Gideon, 1 for Ryan. That's enough. Gideon, if you can just stick around here, we'll talk to you before sending you over to Team Janet, Team Ethan. The rest of you are free to go back to your camp Gideon, you have 9 lives.
Oh man, I've had the worst luck. Golly. I've been up till 4 a.m. every night looking for a compass that doesn't exist. Oh man, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Cat is so chill. It just lets you like wear it like a scarf.
Louise does not do that.
Not anymore. Let me down.
She sleeps by me like almost like every night, whenever she can.
He's sweet.
Oh, why is there so many people here?
Oh, what's going
What
on?
the hell just happened?
Oh wait,
Our boy.
Hi guys.
here.
I was voted off, and I'm on your team.
What?
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, I got
You know what?
Yeah.
I called it.
they were like,
Advantage? Why are you here? Come on, spill the beans.
no, yeah, I'll spill the beans. Yeah, I got voted off, and then Doc was like, before the votes were read, he was like, as you know, I said you guys were voting for somebody, but it's not out of the game. It's to go over to Team Janet.
Welcome, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, so I cried for like 10 minutes afterwards.
How do you feel now?
I feel good that I'm still in the game. Basically, 5 votes on me for 2 tribal councils in a row, and I'm still in the game. And I just like
wild.
Thank
That's
the
awesome.
Lord.
I am so annoyed that Gideon is still in the game. He's gonna win. He's definitely gonna win. We were having such a nice time too, but now the schemiest schemer's back. And I don't feel safe anymore.
As long as I still have breath in this game, I will play my freaking heart out.
Wow, so an explosive crossroads. I mean, no holding back from Gideon and Ryan.
Gideon did a hell of a job pitching.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to me like Gideon gave them every reason for them to keep him. He was left out of the vote, of the game vote.
He hates his tribe.
Whereas Ryan is mostly just playing the lovable, keep me around because you like me kind of game, and
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows he's adorable and young, and they're like, "Oh, Ryan."
They really did not want to leave anything to chance there, as they have a all-out war.
And I don't think this is going to be the last of it. I think Gideon is going to go over to Team Janet, throw Ryan under the bus. Hey, he's working with them now.
Right.
Get his ass out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, big reactions. Well, maybe not big reactions, but you can slowly see the shock in at least the former Team Janet members as they realize that the player that they're voting out was not leaving the game, but actually going over to the other side. I think they're wishing that they maybe paid a little bit more attention to what Docs is saying, and he did give them a little bit of hint there, and nobody really read into it at all.
Gotta perk the ears up rest of the season because you never know what you're gonna miss.
Right? Anytime there's anything out of the ordinary, even just with the not being able to play advantages this evening.
Yeah.
Should have had the players thinking, but no one really thought.
No one caught on.
Yeah, so unfortunately they're not able to kind of schmooze Gideon as he goes over, although it did seem like Gideon did feel good about this party.
Yeah, and I think he will come back to them if he does make it to a rendezvous. I mean, he obviously was on the bottom, so he's going to be understanding about it. Like, they're obviously not going to vote one of their own off. And him and Ryan both did pitch good cases, but he's going to be out for vengeance on Ryan and that original alliance from Team E.
Well, we're going to have to see how things play out as they spill into day 6. Crazy day 5 here. We're not losing any players, so we still got 12 players left. Although now we've got 7 on Team Janet and just 5 on Team Ethan. So everyone have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Good night.
I don't think this is who we should be voting out, but I'm not gonna do anything crazy right now.
Ryan, we've played this game together for a while, and I hate to have to write your name down, but I got to do it. And yeah, I hope it's you and not me. If it is me, I've done everything I can.
I vote tonight for Gideon. Couldn't get you out the first time, so gotta get you out this time. Sorry, man. I would have liked to play with you in a different scenario, but just wouldn't work out this time.
My vote tonight is for Gideon, mostly because I think he is a very strategic player, and I'm not sure what his game is right now, and trying to do what's best for our alliance.
I'm sorry, you're a great player. I wish you could be playing on longer. Unfortunately, I do think that Ryan is the better one to keep on for tonight. I'm sorry, I really wish we had won the challenge and we didn't have to make this decision.
It was a good game, Gideon. You played really hard and I have so much respect for that.